just a quick little first impressions. Like I said, nowhere near contractor status at this stage, but it does the job. This is relatively new turf put down here. And where it is scalping, it's just on the high sides. Everything else given a nice even cut. See if we can get down here for you, have a quick look. Empty the catcher. I haven't used the catcher in years. They're not too bad. You can just see a couple of little areas, but all in all, guys, that's a little beauty. Very light. It's not self-propelled, this version. It doesn't need to be. Probably weighs, feels like it weighs only 10 kilos or something, but I couldn't tell you. You'd have to look at the stats, but yeah, all in all, guys, it's another quality Husqvarna product. See ya. Alright, just quickly, guys, before I make mention of this little hot tip that I'm about to give you, let's appreciate the cut quality of this mower. It's like I've said before, it's not a high-end commercial unit, it's sort of the mid-range for Husqvarna, and being a 52-inch deck, I've sort of found that's a good compact size. Even though it is a large mower, it's still compact for a large, as far as large zero turns go. Like, you've got 60-inch 72s, you're getting some 80s now up there as well in some models, not Husqvarna. Husqvarna, as far as I'm aware, 72 is the largest they'll do. Then you've got other ones that are like bat wings, they fold out. Might be up to 96 inches over in America. But the lawns I tend to do, couple of acres, sort of 5 to 6 acres at the most. This 52 inch is more than good enough width wise. It'll just be down the track upgrading the equipment so you get a bit more speed when you're covering such a fair distance. Property this size is perfect, perfect power. You go on flat chat and it's still able to cut down to 2 inches. So I'll just show you this quickly. Now all of this, these are little mounds of funnel ants. They run rampant everywhere, here in Australia at least. But anyway, I'll just want to talk about the process in which I mowed. It was for the purpose of the camera, but if you were going to do it down the back there, it goes over a pathway down onto more grassland. I would have ran right through with the zero turn, and it would have covered that distance all in one go. I wouldn't have had to have stopped and started. I've split this down there simply because I don't want to get too much of the property in the video. I want to check with the owners and everything else first, make sure the video's all good. And if not, you guys will never see this video, but that's all good. Yeah, there might be some snippets I might be able to keep if possible, but yeah, I'd just like to confirm. That's one thing you should consider too when you're doing this. Make sure if you get it prior and before you post, definitely get in contact with the owners, make sure it's all good, because you just don't know. You want to be respectful and mindful. It's good to have this channel and do all the things we're doing, but it's other people's property that you're working on, so have that respect there and be mindful of that. So alright, I'm going to finish the next half of this. Coming up a treat though, it's looking beautiful. And then on the beginning of this video you would have seen the battery powered unit. Discussed that, not in detail at all. It was just my first time using it and getting back to using a bagger where I haven't used that in years, so it was good to sort of see it has got its place. Not in my repertoire as yet, I don't really need it, but definitely for people on land, if they're even people in small villas and things like that, they're perfect for that. Any small courtyard size type areas, that battery unit would be perfect. So alright, we'll leave it there guys. I'll talk to you all later in the week. Got some more footage to come. Plenty more acreage work, so it's very exciting. I like this week. It's not quite as hectic as the mow weeks. It's still busy, but you're not going shuttle runs from lawn to lawn to lawn, and you're absolutely buggered at the end of the day. These ones you still put in a good day's work, but it's a lot more enjoyable. You get views like out there, and plenty of animals to see and say good day to, so it's good. Thanks again guys, talk to you soon, bye. Okay, hopefully you got me there. Sorry about that. I realised as I was blowing down the property that I didn't give you my hot tip. It's when you're doing it, and I touched on it a little bit with the direction and in which you're mowing, and if you can get them longer runs, do that, but because of the camera being there I had to sort of cut it in half just so you could see what I was doing. So when you're doing it and you're quoting the job, you already know, like that was the first time I ever mowed this property, and I already knew the best sort of plan of attack. But in saying that, the best method, sometimes you'll find the next visit you're there, you're like, oh well, that's a better way of doing things, I'll do that from now on. You get it done quicker, more efficiently. And so what I'm trying to get at is your first visit may not be a true indication, especially usually on the first visit it's overgrown as well, so it's going to take longer to get down, and when it's a regular visit it doesn't take as long to get the lawn down. So all these things you got to consider when you're quoting, and it's just something that I thought was worth mentioning, along with the mowing patterns. Just try and get it, so I like to go around twice around the edges, and then I just pick my straightest run. It's pretty much, it works in every scenario, and as far as some properties, you might have to travel right down to the back first, work your way back, things like that, I like to do. But on your way down, mow on the way down, don't just drive it down there. Like, it sounds silly, but it's worth mentioning. If you're just starting out, some people I don't know exactly. Same with the edging. You'd like to have a pattern. For me, it's keeping everything on my right shoulder, and I'll go around everything first, and then I do my centerpieces at the very end. That way I don't miss any, and I don't feel like I'm stop starting in between, because as you can see here, there was plenty to go around. So I do around the whole property, then I come back along and I snake along all the different areas that you got to do, up and back around all your bloody trimmings. If you've got something right near you, of course do it, but if you've got to walk another 5 meters just to get to there, you're better off just doing around the whole edge, seeing what you've got left in the center, and then just doing it in a pattern, and that way not a single tree gets missed, rather than stop starting, because sometimes you don't see that one that's only another little bit ahead, or it's easy to do, and I just think it's worth mentioning all these things, just to make it more efficient for yourself. And again, it's what works for me, so it might not work for you. I'm left-handed, so everything I do is khaki anyway, so. Alright guys, give you one final shot here, which reminds me I better get an after shot because I got it before. We'll go there. Beauty. Alright, see you guys. Bye.